But if I know it, I'll be able to live with you, and everybody will live in one harmony.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
True.
And if I may ask you, Jide, when we are talking about the purpose of Mind Aligned, why do we have Mind Aligned? Why do we set a program being called Mind Aligned? What can you talk about that?
So first, I didn't do a proper introduction of my name. So my name is Olajide Apata. So that's a very interesting question. So Mind Aligned is literally a great name or a great theme for this podcast, because it's literally the coming together of young individuals with great minds, great ideas, who want to change a narrative, change some basic things that are overlooked in our society, such as some basic norms and values that we can literally put more effort in. Like I said, it goes a long way from just trashing things from the floor. Sometimes you might just drink something in your can, just throw it outside. You're not really helping. You might just see some children copying some of those things you're doing and all of that. So these are basic things. As little as that is, I just want to make everybody understand that little things like that can make a change in our society, correcting the wrongs. And it has to do with so many other things, cultural, political, socio-economic, and different areas we're going to cover. So literally, we young great minds came together, and we literally said we have to be that change from ourselves. So yes, that
sounds beautiful. That sounds good, because I believe that conversation have power. And power actually have a way of the way it drives us. What I'm trying to say is, even in marriage, there's a lot of plights people face. Little things actually count. Even in school, in career, in education, some people will just tell you, because my sister is a nurse, I want to be a nurse. Do you have a knowledge of your sister?
Exactly.
Do you understand? A lot of time, okay, for example, there are some people, because maybe some people are studying banking and finance. They want to go into banking and finance. Do they have the knowledge of that person? Are they actually think about why they want to study that banking and finance? So a lot of things are actually wrong in the society. Be it growth. You want to choose a career now. You can just tell, my uncle is a Kinekon in Kinekon. Let me go and meet him. And that will tell you, go and be a tailor now. And meanwhile, you can just study yourself and say you can be a good makeup artist. So those are the things we'll be talking about. So if I may ask you, Grace, what do you think the purpose of Mind Aligned is actually speaking out there for the audience?
Well, for me, Mind Aligned is like a platform that we, all of us are 2-3 different people, like from diverse places, and it's just us like-minded people coming to enlighten the public about like basic things that people take for granted. It's just like you saying, let me brush my teeth, you just leave the tap running. All these things affect like the climate change and everything. Littering is very, very bad for the environment and everything. And we are also here to talk about politics, what's going on in Nigeria, in Africa in general, like things that people don't really want to talk about it. People that normal people who like to sugarcoat it, and they don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to say the truth about things, So we're just here to like say our own little opinion. Actually, our opinion is not very little. They say knowledge is power. Yeah. So no matter even if the information we're about to pass is as little like as a mustard seed, someone will make use of it, and you can just apply it to your normal day-to-day life activities. So basically, so this is all
in which if you want to see change in Nigeria and in Africa as a whole, we have to shift our mindset. We have to think like a youth, because a lot of things is actually happening to youth nowadays.
Seriously,
everybody wants to live based on what they see on social media.
Very, very true.
You can learn something good in social media.
Yes.
And also you can learn something bad.
Very
but
true.
And in our day-to-day now, believe me, a lot of hard work is happening in social media than the useful way we are using it. A lot. Because a lot of things is happened recently that we like, it's not actually painting us in a good way. So I believe maybe if possible, the government is supposed to regulate social media in a way that it's not everything you put out there. Because of the bad thing you can learn from it.
I don't really completely agree with you.
Okay.
Because I mean, like, social media is a very big platform.
Absolutely.
A lot of people have gotten like their breakthrough from social media.
Absolutely.
And you know, like, just like a lot of things, like the youth have really done a lot of things through social media, like their voices. If our voices, like, I mean, used in the right way, you know, you can like provoke change through social media, you know, information. A lot of, you know, there are some people that will be like, oh, let's say you don't know things about like a particular topic, you know, you can just go on social media, research, and you can see other people's work, you know, go and check it, and you'll be like, oh, okay, you'll be more informed.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Also, to our audience, this kind of things we'll be discussing. We'll be discussing career growth, how we can shift our mindset from bad to good.
Yes.
For example, let me cite an example. Everybody always say Nigeria is bad. Trust me. I can categorically tell you, like, 70% of Nigeria actually always say Nigeria is bad. So why can't you shift our mindset to, like, Nigeria is a great nation? So the upcoming generation will learn that, oh, there's actually a lot of potential in this country and we can learn from it.
I agree with that.
Yeah, so that shifting of mindset from the bad side of things to a good side of things, and that's exactly what we are doing here. Yeah. Am I correct?
I agree with that.
Very.
So let's talk about the motto of Mind Aligned, which says one
talk,
same mind.
So one talk, same mind. Jide, what do you think about that?
Thank you so much for that question. You know, I'm acting so serious now. But thank you very much for that question. One talk, same mind.
Yeah.
Very good. So, in as much as we have different ways we think, or different ideologies we have, but at the end of the day, you know, there are certain things that bring people together.
Absolutely.
Yes, there are certain things that make people bond together, and because you might be thinking of something and then a friend of yours or somebody close to you might just have that same idea. I'm like, do you know I was thinking of that kind of thing?
Yes.
So, you know, you have similar ideologies in some things, even if you are from different places, or but you know, you support the truth, and when you support the truth is the same anywhere, everywhere. The truth is the same. A lie is a lie. Truth is the truth.
Very true.
So one voice, same mind is more like when we come together, we have similar ideologies
in which people actually know exactly what is wrong already.
Yes, we know what is wrong, we know what is right.
Because a lot of people don't have the voice to speak. Believe me, a lot of things is happening in individual homes that people don't have voice to speak. A lot of things is happening from uncle to a junior sister. You know what I mean? And from a junior sister to the elder brother.
Yeah.
A lot of things is going on, but because everybody is scared, so that's why we are using this platform to hear people's voice.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean?
So basically, we are here to be like the voice to the voiceless.
Absolutely.
Yes. So if you feel like, oh, my opinion does not matter, you can just reach out to us and be like, okay, I think about this. Then we'll help you. We'll talk out. We'll say it, and we'll like help you tell everybody, okay, this is what this person is talking about, and what do you think about his opinion, and what do you think, and how do you think we can make this better?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what can you say about the objective of Mind Aligned?
For me, like, the objective is about like-minded people coming together to like talk about socio-economic stuff, you know, to enlighten the public that, you know,
your voice can be heard.
And to also talk about things like, okay, we should not make our country feel like, okay, Nigeria is not always that bad,
because everybody wants to
because everybody wants to japa. Me, I'm tired of Nigeria.
But believe me, what people don't understand is, if you want to japa, it's cool, but there are some basic things you're supposed to have if you want to japa.
Yes.
Do you understand? So if everybody is leaving this country, who's going to grow this country?
Exactly.
Is it you, me, and everybody? Even the audience. It's us that can actually grow this country. If I japa, she has japa, he has japa. Today, you don't have anything we call Mind Aligned. So please, let's check our vicinity. Let's check our environment. Let's see things we can change, because change actually starts from us.
Yes.
Believe me, you little things our politician will do. Trust me, because our politician is not even up to 1,000. But it's we. If you check your environment and see that things are actually bad going on in your vicinity, correct it.
You're very correct. It is we are the tools that are being used by politicians or other people in position of power to make that change. So we should also make sure we are positive.
And what we don't understand is this thing is affecting us than the people up there. If okay, for example, let's say I just drink a Coke now, or pure water or whatever, I just throw it on the floor. The erosion will come, we take it and go and block where erosion is supposed to be passing.
Yes.
And before you know it, the water will not be flowing on the road. You now say it's government. Is that government? It's not. It's us.
And they will keep on renewing contracts to
It's
fix
us.
the road, fix the road, fix the
That's
road,
it.
while the main source of it has
So
not
the
been
change
fixed.
actually starts from us. If you don't see the change in us, believe me, nobody will change it for us.
You know, yeah, I agree with you on that. But you know, like someone like for me, I'll be like, okay, when we try to make a change, you know, with this Lekki Tollgate events, you know, we Nigerians are normally, we are very strong, you know, resilient people. So imagine like we try to like make a change and, you know, the government allegedly did not like do the right thing.
Allegedly.
Oh, please, emphasis on allegedly. I beg. Okay. You know, so they didn't like do the right thing. So what are we like going to tell our audience about that? If, you know, like, okay, we try to make a change and the government are not doing the needful. So what do we do? How do we convince the government? You know, there are questions like that. So
to the audience, please, we need you people's comments, we need the people's feedback, so we will know the area to tackle, the area to talk about. Do you understand? Because there was a day I was speaking to one of my friends in the office. He made mention of something that is kind of I can put it secretive. So when he said something like that, I was like, why can't you just discuss that with your wife and see the way it goes? But it was like, you know, I don't think my wife will be able to handle such a thing. Do you understand? So those are the things we'll be talking about. We're talking about things that are very, very cogent that happen to people, because a lot of people don't even know how to go about it. But you know, if you have an idea and we just bring it to the table, because the kind of mindset we'll be bringing here, sharing their experience, will give us a light in our day-to-day activities. You know, because we can't just sit there and things will just be going on that way.
At all.
Tomorrow I might leave this world. What is my legacy?
Yes, what
Exactly.
impact have
What
you
impact
made?
have I made?
What's
So if
wrong?
everybody actually have that in mind, including the audience that you're listening to us, if you have that kind of mindset, that believe me, my legacy will speak for me after I leave this world. Trust me, Nigeria will be good within 1 year, because we are the one doing it ourselves. That's just the fact. From the adult to from the infant to the adult, we are the one doing it ourselves. For example, maybe you have a home where the husband is beating the wife. What's the children learning from it?
Yes, they are learning it. You're very correct. Like
What's children learning from it? So I want the audience to see this as a group chat where we can come together, you know, speak our mind, speak our thought, and speak things that is actually happening in our environment that need change, because the change actually starts from us. So Jide, if I may ask you, what are the scope of Mind Aligned?
We're going to be covering different areas. So I would like to take it back. Mind Aligned is for everybody.
Absolutely.
Children, infants, even for babies that, you know, crawling and all of that. Because
Sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
There was a day my wife told me, she said, what do you call this thing? Is depression, that a baby can actually have a depression. I was like,
Oh, yes.
Or guinea.
babies.
Yes, babies can be depressed.
How baby can be depressed? So she was explaining that, and I don't know. I don't have an idea about that.
You see, we learn every day.
Of course. So you can go ahead. Sorry to cut you.
Yeah, so very good. That's a good point in addition to what I'm saying. So, you know, even to infants and all of that, you know, when you see people watching YouTube, yeah, baby, shaku, and all of that, you see they are learning.
Absolutely.
They are learning, definitely. So we are covering different areas. You know, like I said earlier, we're covering social matters, cultural issues, you know. For example, now, you will not tell me you are a Nigerian or you're an African, you don't have one African attire. I'm not saying you must have a particular one to your tribe, but you should have one African attire, even if it's just something to represent.
Which means we actually even don't embrace our
own culture. Some people tell you they don't like some cultural attires. Why? This is what your fathers, the fathers before your fathers' fathers have been wearing.
Are you saying we also be covering something like fashion as well?
Fashion.
Yes.
Our culture is fashion. We are the most fashionable in the world. Africans, our culture is fashion. If you see what the Igbos we used to wear then and all of that,
bro,
they are.
I
see. And if you see the beautiful Igbo ladies out there, shout out to you all. If you see what they wear, you see all their movies and all of that. What they wear when they are in the villages and all, it's like a crop top and all of that. That is what some people are wearing now to the beach. So we started fashion years ago. So we are covering all these areas. Those are the things people are trying to cover now. It was a cultural thing to us. It was not something we misused. So we are covering different areas. Should I say cultural fashion or culture fashion?
We're talking about cultural norm, cultural shock.
Yes, cultural shock. Yes, cultural norm. Yes, political issues that our hands can reach.
Yeah, very true.
We are going to talk about social issues such as, how to relate with people, how to carry yourself, how to coordinate yourself as an African, not just as a human being, as an African and all that. So literally, other people have put their cultures to the world, and we are adapting to it. So now we would also put our own out there, and people would also learn from it. We have to be proud of it and represent it with everything we have.
Which means we'll bring in the kind of like mind.
Yes,
to the
very good.
Yes.
So like minds are coming around in different areas, and we're also going to talk about educational aspect too.
Absolutely.
Yes, we are going to cover
true.
education. So it's a
Because
large scope.
a lot of people are actually choosing some kind of course.
Yes.
Or is it course or courses? I don't know.
Courses they choose to study. You might choose a course, whatever area you might choose to study.
For example,
sorry
to say, I might be wrong, and if everything we're saying here is just our own idea, because for example, let's say someone study maybe accounting, for example.
Okay.
And if you are looking for work now, they will tell you should go and do ICANN. So I've not understand why you need ICANN when you've already go do 4 years. Or does it mean maybe you don't need to do the 4 years and go and do the ICANN directly? Because I believe I know someone that don't even do accounting, just do ICANN and is working in the finance sector. Maybe that kind of area we have to.
I second to that. Like, why would you stress somebody you've going through school for 4 years, and after that, before I get a job,
you have to go and do professional courses and
professional course, or you say you have to take this? No, I feel there are certain ways we can make things easier for people, and then jobs will be everywhere, because everybody can create jobs. Everybody can create jobs, but just that we don't know how to go about it, or most people don't just see their value yet or know their value yet.
Which means we need to value ourselves first.
Yes.
Then when we value ourselves, you should look at our environment. What can I do for people's need? Once you can meet that, you find a job for yourself already.
Very good. So that's a job on its own.
Yeah,
that's a job. Once you know what you can do, you have given yourself a job.
Those are the areas we'll be covering.
Yes, we are covering all those areas too. So I want to also make our audience, or should I say our viewers, our friends, understand that because you did not go through school does not mean you don't have something to contribute.
Absolutely.
Yes, because you did not go to school does not mean you don't have something to contribute. Well, if you have to look at so many people who are well made in the world today, or some of the richest in the world, they didn't finish school.
Well,
Mark didn't finish school.
Another thing.
Sorry to cut you.
Okay.
But there's this saying that says that education, people are saying education is scam. Education is not scam. Because even for business owners,
I believe there's some basic that you
have,
basic,
like the
primary and the secondary.
But for you, like, let's say, like people that have not gone to school and they start business based on their skills, but there's a certain level of points that you get in the business sector, the business world, that you have to have some qualifications for you to have business with other people. Even those people that didn't go to school, they always go back to school and and learn, because business is something that you might be skillful, you have skills and you know how to run your thing, you have to be street smart, but at the same time, education is very important.
It's important. I agree with you, but I also want to add something. What kind of education?
Yeah.
What kind of education? Some people are wasting their time in school.
Okay, for example, let me cite this example of maybe one country in the Asian part. Do you understand? I used to watch these people on YouTube. Most of the things they are doing is technical schools. So I believe Nigeria is supposed to incorporate something like that. So to the audience, those are the things we'll be talking about. Things that we already know that all these things are supposed to be put in places, but there is no voice that will put those things out there, and that's why we're actually representing the audience. So please, if you know that, if you have a key point or a keyword, send it to us on all our social media, and definitely we'll treat it. So, and also, if I may ask you, what do you think about the scope of Minderland as well? in your in the area of the northern part, let me put it that way?
Well, for me, like in most, like in industry, like the North is not really represented like as it should be, because in most movies that you watch, the North is always having, oh, they're always killing this one, religious crisis. No, I just feel as if we need to talk more about the fact that, okay, North is actually peaceful, and there are some aspects of the northern part of Nigeria that are very, very like good, and it's not all that bad. And this stereotype that we have on the internet, like, oh, the Northerners this, no, we don't need that. There are actually very nice and successful people that are coming from the North.
And absolutely, you know, as a woman, I believe we'll be talking also in a woman form.
Yes.
In where a woman's supposed to have a voice. So what can you say about that?
So we are going to talk about, like, for women, you know, you as a woman, you don't have to feel like, oh, nobody's going to listen to you. I will be your voice. I'll be there to listen to everything that you did. That's the whole point of us having mind aligned, so that everybody will have an opinion, everybody will have, like, you have the right to say whatever you want to say, and you will be heard. Then another thing is that we're going to talk about mental health. Mental health is one of the things that has been overlooked in Nigeria.
Absolutely.
You know, like, we need to talk about that more. We need to, like, to talk about, it's very important. There are lots of people that have, like, mental issues, but because I'm African, I'm Nigerian, you know, you might have, like, a special need child. Your mother will say, no, my child is good, oh, we'll take you to church, you know. No shit.
Yes, yes, you're right. But, you're very correct.
We Africans, we refuse. In fact, we don't even have we don't even have any mental disease here. We don't have, nobody is autistic. You know, people don't like to believe that. You don't want to, like, okay, take your child to, like, go and get, like, the proper care. Go and get diagnosis for your children. If your child is having difficulty, like, learning, like, with his other peers, you know, these are signs that you need to check. No, you'll be like, no, he has to learn. I'll take you to lesson. These are things that we need to. Some of us.
So we have to cover things that even affecting the kids.
Yes, trauma is some of us are working with trauma. We are so traumatized that we think that things that are not even okay is okay. Do you get? There are certain things that it is not right. Because
I believe it's because, you know, everything is actually being okay in Nigeria. If anything happens, it's okay now.
Yes.
And that's one of the things that is killing us most.
Yes, and our men, we need to tell the men that it is okay for you to be hurt. It is okay for you to cry. Don't be carrying your shoulder and be saying, no, I cannot cry. It's okay.
We are going through a lot.
But you know, but because of the society, and okay, you are a man, you don't have to, you know, you are a man. Men are passing through a lot, so a lot is passing through them.
Oh, sorry, but the thing is, you say men should cry. Who would they cry to? Their fellow men or what? Who would they cry to?
There are some things that you need to speak up. There are some things you need to share. If you don't speak up, you don't share it, believe me, that thing is killing you gradually.
True.
And one day you just.
And that is how you keep on sharing your trauma. Be traumatizing your partner.
I'm telling you.
Traumatizing your children. And this is how the cycle will just keep on
going. Do you know
going.
if anything happened to you, Jide, why coming here? That thing that happened to you will affect everybody that is here.
Very true.
But immediately you got here, you're like, this thing happened to me today. I was like, oh, really? Why can't you just do it this way? Oh, yeah, this is the way I can do it. A lot of people actually
need to speak up.
Killing, as in they are dying silently.
The men. You all need to speak up. No, honestly, I'm being very honest, because men, we need to learn those are the speak.
Area we'll be covering, you know. We'll be covering area of where.
So don't say I will chest it like a man. Your chest will boss.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
So Jide, as a Yoruba man, there's a lot of things that is happening within the Yoruba, the Igbo, and the Hausa. What are your own thinking or way that we're supposed to live in one unity? So what can you say about that, you know? And just touch area will be touching that aspect generally. Okay. How we can live with ourselves.
First I would say I identify as a Nigerian first before I identify as a Yoruba man. Okay. So as a Nigerian, I have lived in Kaduna. I have been in Akure for some years.
Which means you've moved up and down.
Yes, I've gone up and down.
This guy
and I was born in Kaduna, but I've lived in Kaduna. I've been to Akure / I've worked in Lagos, and I've traveled to Enugu, where it was a risky journey. because I don't want to break down the reason why I traveled to Enugu.
Don't worry, we all know why you went.
Okay,
You're
very
keeping
good.
safe.
So, and however, I would say some places I didn't really get, a nice experience and all of that. But what I realized was my fault was that I didn't really do a background check on their culture before going there. So I went there as a visitor, expecting them to treat me the way I was treated,
where you're coming from.
Yes. So after staying there for a while, I then realized, okay, if you get to understand these people, you know how they behave. That's why they say when you are in Rome, act like a Roman. So I feel we'll be touching areas that would help us blend into different cultures. Areas that help us blend. And when you're going to an Igbo land, you need to understand their concept and their ideologies, how they operate, how they work.
For example, if a Yoruba man just go, maybe, let me say a Igbo man go to maybe a Yoruba land, the way they greet themselves in Igbo,
Yes.
whether you are young or they will just, that's how we greet. But now, a Yoruba man is expecting a young boy to like portray, like,
You have to do it.
that's what I'm saying, but you don't know.
Yes, you don't know.
So before you know, it's like, don't give that guy the job.
Yes, it's rude. Not knowing where they come from also. So it's a two-way thing. You receiving them, you have to understand their own culture, and you to going there, you also have
Which
to.
means on this platform we'll be treating culture, we'll be treating politics, economy, we'll be treating growth.
Can I add something about
Okay,
this
go ahead.
culture?
Yeah.
I really want to, we are all Nigerians, and I really want to bring our attention to the fact that everybody from the north, like if you go to the east or the south or anywhere, they'll start calling you Aboki. Please, we can do better. Aboki means friend. Which one is we calling me Aboki? My name is not Aboki. Please call me with my name.
It's a stereotype.
It's a stereotype. Aboki means friend, but people do that just be like, okay, this one is a northerner. We can do better, please.
Like the minute they have to eat, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's quite
Aboki now.
yes, but
uneducated person
yes,
and all of that.
yes, but it's not right. We're all Nigerians, and you can't just see me and be like, oh, this one Aboki now. You get it's not nice. So please, we can do better as Nigerians, please.
That's true.
yes.
That's true.
So the audience should know that we're having this program to learn more and also to have fun, to correct our differences, to correct our bad side. And doesn't mean that we actually saying exactly 100% thing, but we are just thinking on our own thinking that there are some little things that are supposed to change in the environment. There are some little things that are supposed to change in our home, because they used to say that charity begins at home.
Yes.
But believe me, if you can live with your brother in a good accordance, and if you can treat your sister's daughter that have challenges, you can actually live anywhere in the world. Do you know Nigeria is actually everywhere in the world, and we are doing so great? So why can't we bring that in our own home and do the okay, for example, if you see any Nigerian Yankee or maybe anywhere in the world, the way they behave, you'll be like, wait, are you sure you're in Nigerian? But on getting back to this country, they will not behave I don't understand.
Yes, you're
correct. A lot of time, if you're in maybe UK or US, if you see in Nigeria when they are driving, Jesus Christ, they are so cautious. If they see traffic like speed limit, they obey it 100%.
True. We need to do that at home.
Yeah.
There was a day I was discussing that with my friend. My friend said, because they have a law enforcement that is guiding them, they are correct, right? But if nobody is watching you, can't you do the right thing? No, let's be realistic.
Yes.
Very good.
Because do you think it's all the camera you see in Yankee that is working?
True.
But because the camera is there,
it's a mindset.
But the mindset have to change. The mindset have to shift.
Very true.
From the bad side. Trust me. Even sometimes we do some bad things. Like, this thing where I do no bad do. This is where I do bad.
You judge yourself. But you just lock up and say,
okay, on my way driving to this place, getting to that junction, there's a traffic light. So the keke is coming. The car is coming. The keke is on the red sign where the car is on the green side. Believe me, even the person that is on the right side don't even say anything. It's the keke. Those kind of to believe me, those kind of things. People need to, like, whether people are watching you or they are not watching you.
So basically, we need to be accountable.
Absolutely,
yes.
Accountability is very important.
Absolutely.
So because nobody is watching you doesn't mean you just start breaking the rules.
So the audience, please, we will bring in the mind life people here. People that are actually into fashion, people are actually into politics, people that know more about economy, people that know more about growth, people that know more about career, so that we can actually learn from them. Before you know it, if the change can start from three of us, definitely our kids will
Yes.
We adjust to the change. Their own kids, we adjust to the change. So please, let's build a nation that we want to live in. Let's build a nation that we want to see. Do you understand? So what can you tell the audience the kind of episode they will be having?
Wow, we are coming with a lot of energy. Yes.
Like power.
Yes. And for our next episode, should I tell them?
No, not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Okay,
Don't give them the.
And I also want to add that, you guys should not be surprised if you all see, traditional leaders, traditional rulers, and traditional worshippers here. Because it is culture.
Yeah.
We are touching every area
That is affecting us
generally. Every area. We are touching it. And
so people not to think like we just like a broadcast where people just wear suits and just sit
no,
down and talk about politics.
It's not a white collar job that you say you are going for interview.
Don't worry, we will not bore you to death.
No, we wouldn't. You guys will be entertained. The good, the bad, the ugly will be here, but then we are going to make sure everything has to be in line in making a change, making an impact. And taking it back to what he said earlier, change begins with every one of us. Have you noticed that if you see like 10 people beating a traffic light and you stop,
you look like a fool,
bro? You look like a fool, but 50 people behind you will stop.
Yes.
If you stop, 50 people behind you will stop.
Yes.
So that is the thing. Let one person be the change and other people will follow. You might not get all the crowd to follow you, but then don't worry, you've done your part. And other people will follow. So gradually like that,
we'll change. Do you know a lot of things I used to tell my colleague in the office is governments cannot even do 10% for us. I'm telling you. They can't. It's we. For example, let me say maybe my environment, maybe I just buy a dustbin, I just hang it there. And tomorrow I'm coming back. They've already even stayed the dustbin.
Lagos.
It just means but let me not say that won't encourage me, right?
Yeah.
But let's say I'm just coming back and I'll see I put a dustbin here yesterday and another one there. Omoshi, you have to go and buy two more.
Encouraged to do more, yes. You'll be encouraged to do more.
Do you understand? So those are the things we're supposed to learn. Those are the things. For example, let me say you are taking water now. You just drop the water on the floor, and you don't need to like, why can't you just pick that thing up? And mind you, the way we speak to ourselves matters a lot. There are some things that I can say to you right now that, believe me, the way we jump up from here and carry this my stuff and knock me, and at the same time I can say the same word but in a different way.
True.
And you just smile to it.
Our manner of approach.
Our manner of approach matters a lot.
It's tone
Yes.
we use. Yes.
We need to be kind with our words, please.
True.
People are passing through a lot. Because you can trigger me with just something that you will say. Do you get? So you have to be kind, and another thing is you have to know who you are speaking with. You just can't meet someone and you don't know, maybe the person is thinking about something. I have a rent to pay. True. So you should know how you approach someone. So like you said, manners of approach matters a lot.
It goes a long way.
You can't just go and be doing church and be talking anyhow without. Okay, imagine I'm trying to like tell Shay something. Look at how she's looking at me. I was just saying rubbish.
Yes. Like you're right.
It matters
and sometimes because our elders, this is to you all.
Okay.
I greet you all with much respect. I dobale for you, my elders.
You know go dobale. You don't do it already.
But my elders will know.
Okay.
So literally, sometimes we the youths, we can also correct our elders. They might shout and say this, say that, but don't worry, do it over and over again in the best of ways.
In the best of ways.
Put
it there in the best of ways.
Best of ways. So you can't just go and meet an elder and say you are wrong, you are not doing the right thing and all of that. No, you say about me, or you lick their leg. You know the way our elders like respect.
Please, translation.
You see what
you have to learn it.
You have to learn.
That's why we are here together.
I should do
so
better.
you can tell them, daddy, mommy, this thing you did, it really hurts me, but you're my daddy, you're my mom, what can I say? I can't do anything, but it pained me, but you're my elder, I will learn from you, but to be honest, it pained me. So even if they shout at you, they will go back and think about it.
Absolutely.
They will go back and think about it.
Absolutely.
So don't forget to do it. If you see if they offend you again and you see how to tell them, don't keep it in your mind and die in silence. You have to speak, but in the best of way, the best of tones.
Even we'll be talking about health. In Nigeria, we don't take our health seriously. Trust me. So definitely we will bring in people that are actually advanced when it comes to your body, whether being male, whether being female. So because there are some little things that we're supposed to know about this our health, trust me, and we don't have knowledge of that at all. So those are the things we talk about as well. So Grace, if you may ask you, for example, if you are find yourself in a situation where there's no your language speaking there, how do you want to handle yourself in that kind of aspect? For example, now I don't know much about Hausa. Imagine I just find myself in Maduguri and everybody just speaking Hausa. How will you adjust to that?
Well, for someone that can speak Hausa, let's just say I find myself in Enugu.
Okay.
Yeah, because I understand a little bit of Yoruba, but Igbo now. So the first thing I'll do is I'll be like, I'll try to like learn. You know, you have to be humble. You know, if you want to learn something from someone, don't be proud.
Of course.
Don't be just, oh please, can you teach me? Or you can just be like, I don't understand what you're saying.
Yes, so
you know,
correct.
So you have to be humble and be like, please, can you teach me? Like, just like learn. But before you even go to somewhere that you find yourself like you cannot just be clueless now. You have to do your research before you go to the same way before you jackpot, you do your research and check things.
Yeah.
So before I go to Enugu, I should know like a little bit of like few words like, oh, what is hello, hi, help me, you understand? Basic things that will come in handy. Something like, I need water, please show me this direction, like basic Igbo.
Yeah.
So that you not just go and be like, okay.
And also what I want to add is, you know, in Nigeria we don't give more attention or more room for challenged people, be it deaf, be it blind, or someone that is having what do you call it, disability.
Yes.
People.
So
we
she
see
said,
them.
yes.
We see
Inclusion.
Special needs. So we see them like they are nobody.
Yes.
And believe me, do you know what those people can do?
It will
Even some people that even corporates cannot even do it.
Yes.
So we will be, for example, you know, I told you earlier that we'll be bringing someone that like a sign language. So
yes.
when we talk, they'll be able to listen as well, because those people have their own world that they live in.
Yes.
And believe me, they are dying gradually, little by little. Because for example, I'm a kind of person, I have a challenge that I can't talk. And that's why you can see that they always get hungry.
Yes.
Because they don't even know how to express
themselves, and people don't understand them. You know, you said something, you know, we're having a discussion one time. Sorry to bring this in, but I have to. We're having a conversation one time, and you said something, you know, you having a friend. I'm exposing him now. He has so many skills. Honestly, he works, he knows, he's very good at sign language, and he also has a friend who reads,
can read,
you know,
Bible,
read with the eyes closed and all that. So even people with disabilities, you know, the School of the Blind, you see the way they play piano, they do all of that, they even dance to some choreography. I'm like, how are these people doing it? These guys are genius.
They are very smart.
They are very smart. They're outstanding in most of those things they do. So they have to be included. So
Inclusion
that is also
very important.
the aim of Mind Aligned. You know, part of the aims of Mind Aligned, including everybody.
Yeah, whether you have it challenges or you don't have any challenges, you know, it just like Mind Aligned is to fill the gap of the bad things that is happening in the environment, and in a way we can correct our action towards it, because little things, believe me, little things count a lot. Little things like this that you can say count a lot, and those are the area we'll be covering. Let me say the mindset of people. Everybody have different mindset.
Very true.
And that's one of the reasons we'll be bringing different people here, because there are some things you think that is right.
Yes.
And believe me, you is 100% wrong. So those are the things we'll be doing. So what can you tell the audience to be expecting from us episode to episode, and how we drop in our episodes?
So, you know, the way you all see movie series that you don't know what to predict on the next episode, this one down and all of that. So expect to see different characters. Like me, I call them, I don't know, I say they are characters and they are characteristics. Yes, that are more than characters. But then when you know you're coming to Mind Aligned, you're coming with a mindset. You're coming, no matter the wrong perspective people have of you, that good part in you, Mind Aligned will bring it out. Those good parts in you, those positive parts in you that you are hiding, you're trying to overshadow with your toughness and all of that, Mind Aligned will bring it out to you. Because no matter how bad some people think someone is, there is a good part in that person
in which people are actually frustrated and they don't feel heard.
Yes. So we would make sure you are heard. That's
because a lot of things, for example, if I'm hungry now, or maybe people are hungry, I see a lot of things on social media. Once you're hungry, just go to social media and just put it there. It doesn't change your problem. It's even rather hard to it, because you'll be seeing a lot of comments. You'll be like, Jesus, which kind of comment is this? Even that thing will be adding to you.
Yes.
So why can't you just, like, for example, let me say I'm going through a lot of things right now. I can easily call you. I can call you and say, this thing is going on. Or how am I going to handle this thing? If you give me your idea and you give me your idea and I just put it together, that thing might work for me. But because of the mindset that we have that see finish, I don't even know the way they will perceive me. That see finish is killing horse. Trust me. Imagine you don't have transport fare to go home and you're just looking at me, you don't ask me. I'm later with you. The trek you will trek.
Come first. Why are you looking at me?
The trek you will trek. No, I'm just saying. This thing happened to a lot of people, and that's why you see a lot of people on the road.
Yes.
Where I didn't say you got to meet someone on the road and say, Baba, please now, because we are actually taking that 1 2 hours and advantage.
Yes.
But within your office, you're supposed to be able to speak with your MD or maybe your supervisor. So just what we are trying to say is speak up, be heard. Believe me, you don't keep things to yourself. Speak, no matter what you are going through. Speak up.
True.
If it is your husband, speak to your. And another thing I want to add is, we really cover marriage. A lot of things is going on in marriage. I'm telling you, a lot.
I will need to cross my leg and learn more because
I'm
venturing into that area.
A lot is going on. Some people are living together for over 10 years, but they are living far from each other.
Very true.
And that's why I can see this one. I'm not doing it again. I want to go on my own way.
You know, some people are married, but they're just cohabiting.
Yes. So people are just married because of marriage title. Let me put it that way. But if you have your partner as your best friend, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, you'll be the richest man in the world or richest woman in the world. If your partner can know everything about you and you know everything about your partner as well. So that's another area that we'll be talking about. For example, we have a lot of people that have been married for like 40, 45 years. Look at our mothers. They married for like 70 years and nothing happened. But what is wrong with us now? You know, someone just said you're married for just 2 years, they are gone. Married for 1 year, they are gone. So what's the problem we are facing in that aspect that's making partners like, I'm not doing it again, everybody just go on their own way? And we can see our mother there, they don't even have money. They are happy. They are happy with their husband. They respect each other. So those are the area we'll be covering. Believe me, marriage is a wide, broad topic, to be honest. A lot. And the way you are doing your home, trust me, your kid is learning.
Yeah, nodding your head. You need to learn too from there. Because you need to also learn. I'm crossing my leg to learn.
So we all learn now.
So those guys,
marriage is a very big topic. It's going to come into friendship. It's going to come into relationship.
So that aspect.
So marriage is a lot.
That aspect we will learn a lot from there as well. So Jide, before we sign out, what can you tell our audience based on where they will be meeting us, our social media handle and the likes?
Okay, so back to social media. Social media is impactful in so many ways. Social media, even what we are doing today, people from different parts of the world are watching us. However, we are going to be broadcasting live whenever we are, like what we are doing now, whenever we come to present our topics and come with our guests also. So we are also we are on various social media platforms. Mind Aligned on Instagram, Mind Aligned on Twitter, Mind Aligned on TikTok, Mind Aligned on YouTube, Mind Aligned on Facebook. So these are the major social media platforms people patronize most times. So we are going to be there, and 8 p.m. Nigerian time. 8 p.m. Nigerian time, yes. That's when we're going to be streaming live on various social media platforms. And also, you can also check out the videos when it drops. We're going to release the dates, which is going to drop. Our guy here. He's going to you guys. He's going to break it down for you all. But just keep in mind that every Friday we're going to give you guys the best, and the best. So stay tuned.
Yeah. So can you encourage our listener a little bit?
Please anyways, let me be serious, please. We want you guys to listen, because you have a lot to learn. No knowledge is useless.
Yeah, it's lost. Yeah.
So as little as our opinion, Biko, please listen.
Yeah.
And learn. You get? So
yeah,
it's
because
it's very important.
Yeah, because it's not just about talking. Believe me, the guys are actually part of this too.
Yes.
The audience, you are part of this too. And why you are part of this too is because your thinking